Yes, yes, 2 seconds, just trying to study this. Back in business. Alright, I'm just gonna take a quick deep breath. You can do it with me if you want, actually. Ready? Three, two, one. And out. I bet you didn't do it with me. Today I'm talking about no voices, more prices. So this involves cutting out all the voices. I only actually figured out what voices meant about 2 weeks ago. If you already know what it is, well done to you because you're on the right path. Voices is another word for anything that's not doing any good for you, such as overindulging, oversleeping, suppressing that snooze button, and over comfort, so staying in your comfort zone too much. The best part I found when I was younger was probably sleeping for sure. I remember because I just didn't pay attention to this, I was going to bed every night and then wanting to not get up. The best part was pretty much just going to sleep throughout the whole day. That's how bad it was. So the more I focused on trying to fix this thing with all my voices, it slowly just made me feel like a more prouder version of me, which helped boost that sense of accomplishment. So by removing these voices, you're creating that space for what you actually really need to be doing. So for me, if sometimes I'll get home from work and I'll just chill, I still do it today, but because especially in the winter season as well, it's nice and warm and you got the heating on full blast. I'm trying not to do it as much as possible, but I'll be chilling in my car, and if I didn't waste that time, I could be doing maybe working on my music or editing stuff that I need to be doing, and just maybe prepping some meals for the week. Whereas if I was still chilling in the car, I'm just delaying that. So the more you remove these things from your life, the more you're going to get to where you want to get to a lot quicker. No one's coming to save you. That is one big thing that I needed to embed into my head, because it's pointless just waiting around for something special to come along to make you think, oh, all my problems are going to be fixed, because that is literally not what's going to happen at all. I was in a few relationships. I'm not saying a lot of relationships, but I don't want to be given a specific number. But whenever I was in these relationships, I don't know if it's because I was younger, but I did not get a full sense of fulfillment. And even today, I feel like if I got into a relationship, I don't think I'm ready for it. I mean, I do think I could do it, but I just would be too focused on trying to get to where I need to be first. Before that, I'm trying to treat it as like once I've, it's common sense. Once you got to where you need to be, that's when you start looking for it. But that's another topic I'm going to talk about another day. So as you're committing to these situations where you're avoiding all these distractions, like I said, it makes you feel more proud, and each win just adds up. And then over time, it just becomes second nature, and you don't even think about it half the time because you're just it's getting to the point now where I'm actually sort of enjoying what I'm wanting to do. I'm not trying to make it seem like with these videos that I'm like expressing my happiness, because I know everyone's going through stuff, and I want to try my best to help everyone as best as I can, because when I was going through what I was going through, I was like so lonely, and it was getting to the point where I was like, I literally didn't want to be here anymore. So yeah, I don't want to start getting all petty. So yeah, as you're doing it, just take it steady. Don't do it. Don't try cut out every single little thing one at a time. Just do it gradually. So once you've overcome something and you're starting to sort of forget about what you was doing and then work on to the next one. Because if you just try to do it all at one time, it's just going to be too overwhelming, and then you're going to give up straight away. And I feel like if you're working with a friend or someone maybe at your work or any sort of family member to help you progress in these voices, it's better to do it with a companion or someone who's willing to do it with you, because they can help motivate you at the same time. But me personally, I think I'd rather try it and do it. I don't want to seem like I'm not a team player, but if I was going to the gym, for example, I would be. It would be fun at first if I was doing it with someone, but as the time would go on, my routine would start to get slowly moved to one side because I'm trying to fit it in with the other person. It's not their fault at the end of the day, but I mean, if you've got that dedication with the other person, then yeah, I'm sure it'll probably work out. But if you're trying to do it, sometimes you could end up waiting around a lot longer than you normally would, or you're trying to reschedule things. And for me, I like to have a set routine to try and get it done. So it would be a bit of a struggle sometimes, but it is nice to just. I mean, going back to the gym example, if you just keep turning up to the spot where you're doing, so maybe if what you're trying to do is in a social environment, you will see other people there anyway. So like at the gym now, I'm seeing familiar faces within my routine. So I may not be training with them, but I can still have like a quick chit chat and like catch up and just chat a load of waffle for a little bit, which is nice. So you still got that potential to kind of train with someone or do what you want to do with someone. And yeah, I mean these voices are a nice thing, but when you're starting out, clearly you've got a problem with them. So once you've created that space where you're not as, let's say, addicted to what you was doing with them, use it. For me, I like to treat myself. So I was always listening to music in the gym. I've tried to step back from that because I'm trying to work on my social skills. So by removing that, it's helped me. But when it comes to the weekend, I then allow myself to use my headphones again as a treat. And because it's Halloween, I thought I'd talk about tricks and treats. I think I'm done with that one.